Welcome back to Angel Gaming. So today we're going to be working on a tank. Going to be working on a kv1. This will probably be 2 parts because if memory serves, it'll just be too long. So all we gotta do is try to, basically tear it all the way down, like tear all the track system down, because I noticed that I don't know if they've changed something or if, I don't know if they tweaked something in the game, but it doesn't do like it used to. I've noticed they had a couple updates, I guess. Like, I was reading something in the update, and I'm like, basically, you gotta tear it all the way down, and then just rebuild it, pretty much like I'm doing. Which is fine. I mean, I don't really mind it. Just takes, really, like, it seems like it takes longer now. Like, it takes, like, a really longer period of time to take things apart sometimes. But, I'm not really worried about it, because it seems to be coming apart pretty fast. The more and more it comes apart, it just means, I can be done that much faster, kind of thing. But yeah, we got, like, a lot of stuff to get rid of here. I mean, a lot of this stuff, yeah, is gonna be repairable, but I'm gonna have to probably send it out to get repaired, which is fine. But, it's kind of a little bit different than what I was, I'm used to, like, car mechanic, and this kind of reminds me of it in a way, but except for instead about cars, it's all about tanks, which is pretty nice. I'm just hoping that this doesn't take forever to do. It's really all I'm waiting for, is just to get everything pretty much torn down on the tracks, which we got this side about done. Then we got the other side we gotta take apart, and then pretty much once the whole track system's disassembled, then we can, tear down into the motor and turret, and, I like to do it like the main hull and then reassemble that first, and then, that's usually what I do. Because I work on the main hull and then, tear the other stuff down. I mean, we might take it off and then, just have it, ready to go, pretty much for a teardown. The motor's probably going to be missing parts. I mean, it doesn't even have, from what I looked at it when it came in, I mean, it didn't even have it didn't have an engine cover, it didn't have really anything. I don't know, like, if it came out of a field or what, I have no idea. But, I mean, it's pretty rough shape. But, the rougher they are, the nicer they look at the end, I guess, right? We'll make it look nice. It's just gonna take a while. It seems like the teardown is always, like, the most time-consuming part, because I'm trying not to miss anything. Yeah, I'm gonna have to take a lot of it. A lot of it looks kind of repairable, and then some of it doesn't, so I don't know. But it's okay. And, I mean, we're probably gonna be having to order a bunch of stuff for this tank. A lot of parts wise. I don't know, I didn't make a list or anything, so, for this particular one, because I was just having too much fun to stop and make a list during this one, but I just kind of took a mental note of what I thought we needed. I don't know, that's just how it goes for this one, because I remember pretty much what I needed for tanks. It's just cars that I don't, for some reason. But anyway, a lot of this is just easy to come apart, and then it's like I'm trying to take stuff off the motor, I guess. But I'm not even trying. I'm just trying to take, like, the side armor and all that off. Because I can't get in behind it. Like, if I sandblast, like, I'm gonna have to sandblast and stuff. You can't get in behind it if it's together, so you're gonna have to take it apart, I guess. One way to look at it. I mean, the turret ring and all that should be fine. And I can clean it and stuff, so that's not the issue. You know, all that, you know, can be done, but it's all this, like, more the tracks and all to do with that stuff, but you can't really sandblast from behind there. I don't understand why, but it's just something I've been noticing. So I just figured I might as well just take it all the way down. Except for the turret, we'll just do the outside of the turret. We'll focus on that probably in the next part, but you know, we're just gonna have to, you know, we'll take it all the way down. We'll redo the main hull on the outside of the turret and stuff, but we're not gonna like do the inside of that. We'll do the inside of the turret once we get on the turret stand. That's all I can think to do at this point. Man, it looks like it got beat up. I don't know if it's just all the rust and dirt and all that, but it looks like it was pretty dinged up in certain spots. You know, we'll see how it comes out in sandblasting and paint phase. I mean, we're still gonna have some paint fade no matter, you know, how well I repair it. Just the way it is. So we're just gonna have to deal with it, I guess. Like in behind here, it looks like, I don't know if I got hit there or what, but yeah, I was only able to get like most of it away. I wasn't able to like get it where I wanted it without like really tearing it, you know, tearing into it, cut that section out and then replace it, and I didn't feel like doing all that. So I figured we'll do this a little bit of like differentness in paint in that area. Like it's still pretty decent, it's just I didn't feel like tearing everything back out. Because you have to tear everything out, inside and out, you know, cut through, replace it, and then weld it back together, and I was just like, I'm not even gonna worry about it. So we're just gonna make it the best that we can. I hope we can get it done in time. It seems like we'll be able to, but we're just gonna have to, you know, like remove certain parts to get to certain other armor plates. I'm just worried about getting all the like heavy duty armor off the front and stuff like that. Alright. Oh, that's good. Alright, we got most of it. Let's see. We're gonna need a sandblast, if it allows me. I don't know, I'm playing with controller today, so it's kind of a bit weird. We just gotta figure out, you know, what those what. Alrighty. Yeah, it must have been in a hard fight at one point. That's what those dark spots are in the paint. I mean, they won't be there in the final, like, they're gonna be there, they're gonna be noticeable in the paint, probably, but we'll get rid of them the best we can. That's what those spots are, though. They've been, yeah, they've been side impacted twice. Once on the left and once on the right. Either it passed through or didn't. Nah, it didn't pass through, it just, they've had one hit one side, one hit the other side. That's what those are. But once I sandblast it, you won't find it. That was not too bad actually underneath. It's okay. I don't see like any spot where we're gonna really have to replace it. That's what those are. It looks like they've had heavy fighting at least once or something. I wonder where they actually found this. I know somebody sent it to us for repairs, but again, you're still probably gonna get that through the paint, but not gonna be as bad once I get like all the main armor and stuff back up there. You won't even notice it. You really won't. You won't even notice any of that at all, really. I mean, right now it's visible only because of primer, obviously. But I'm hoping, you know, not to have to, you know, replace a lot of things. We'll figure it out. Like I said, I'm just playing with controller, so everything's a little bit weird for me. We're gonna see what we can do for it. Lay down some paint here. Yeah, you're still gonna be able to notice it. Damn, I didn't think you'd be able to. I mean, that's what that is. Those are like where turret or shells or grenades or something exploded by it. I don't know if it was exactly like tank rounds or anything like that, but wherever they found this thing must have been in heavy combat. But we'll pull the turret off of there. So we'll get the turret and motor out of it now, and then we'll take the rest of that motor down later. But yeah, just I got hit a couple times. Hard to believe it would even be in this good of shape even. It's weird for me to even see anything like in that good of shape. And from like what you see in like, you know, images and, you know, documentaries and whatnot, and they usually don't survive. That's pretty shocking. And were they lucky? That's all I can say. But anyway, we'll get rest of this, you know, tour part here, and we're gonna have to get it out of there. I mean, I don't know. It looks like it was hit up there too at one point, or maybe that's from their turret. But I don't think those side impacts are. Not unless they, you know, somehow dropped one on the side and it randomly just kind of exploded. I don't know. But that's, some of that is just from like where the exhaust and all that buildup is. And considering that section's near where the motor is, that's probably what that section is just, you know, debris from like the motor, so like oil, gas, that sort of thing, just being there constantly. That's the only thing I can think of. I mean, just what it has to be, I guess. But you wouldn't think that oil used back then would still be in the paint. I mean, I stripped it completely. I didn't think it'd be that far down into the metal, but it might have been. Oh well. Alright, now we just got to get out. Or not get out, but we gotta... Eventually, once we get done with the painting, make sure everything's painted, then we're gonna have to go to the inventory and send everything out for repairs. Because I think that's what we're gonna have to do next. Yeah, okay. Select all. There we go. Outside repair. That way I don't have to worry about, you know, trying to fix it. It'll automatically be fixed when it comes back. That'll be pretty nice. But we'll get it. We'll get it all repaired and sent back to us, and make sure everything's good. Appears to be good, so put one up there, because that's about as far as I can see in the inside. And also, that's about as far as I can see. Alright, we're able to some of the side armor back to this. We're probably going to be missing certain parts, I would assume. Like, no matter what I do, I always seem to be missing, like, some of the weirdest parts most of the time. But yeah, it'll look pretty decent once we get it all back together. But at least we're gonna have to order engine cover and all that type stuff. We're gonna have to order a lot of stuff for the motor, I'm assuming, too. Unless the motor's actually as intact as I think it is. It might be. I mean, I know we're gonna have to order like a fuel pump and stuff like that for it. That's the least that I know on the motor that we're gonna need. But we're gonna have to get most of this main haul done first. But, we just gotta get, like, the fuel tanks and all that back into it. That's mainly what we gotta do, and radiators, and, all that type of stuff. Once all that's back in, then we'll be good. And we'll have to put the radiator fan and all that stuff back together. Or at least where it sets in, like, when the motor's in there. We'll have to at least get that finished and back together. Once that's back together, then, then I'll be pretty happy, too. Let's see. I don't know if we got every part that we're gonna need, but got a majority of them, it looks like. Which makes me happy. We at least got the guards back on, at least on one side, so. It's starting to kind of look like a tank now. Or at least it will be when I'm done. But I mean, the more work I do onto it, the more it gets done. But, I mean, me tearing it down like I did, I mean, it's not that uncommon. I just decided I can't really sandblast around it, so I might as well just pull these ones. On any other tank I usually can, but this one, the way that the track and all that's gonna sit in there, I just decided to pull it. It's not that hard. Unlike a Sherman or something, weird where I've never really pulled it before. I think I've done a kv1, I think, like, when I first started the game, I think. Like, I was looking at, maybe I was looking at images of them, I can't remember, but I remember thinking to myself, I could rebuild one of those. That looks like they're gonna be easy. This game's kind of showed me that no, it's not as easy as I think it is. So now we just gotta put a radiator in, or get one probably. That's about all I know off the top of my head that I need for at least the motor component wise. Once we get the radiator in, that'll pretty much be it for the motor stuff, and we'll be able to buy the covers and stuff. I didn't feel like buying them at this point. I'm just looking to see like what else I need, because I know there's a few odds and ends that I had to buy, so I figured I'd buy those too. Get everything nice and ordered and everything's ready to go, But yeah, got most of it in here back together. Once I put that radiator in, yep, it's gonna be calling for a cover, which I don't have. Alright, I don't have any of that, so we're gonna have to probably buy one here. And I'm not sure what we need for covers, probably transmission hatches or something weird, I don't know. So weird. Sometimes they tell you, sometimes they don't. This time they didn't tell me like exactly what I needed for that. But, that's okay. We'll get it. Get what we need ordered here. That I know for sure. Probably that for the turret. Like, I'm thinking ahead of, like, things that I know might be missing. Or I should say that I think are missing, rather. Once we find out if they're missing or not, then I'll be happy, I'd rather have spent the money to not need the part than need the part and not spend the money, you know? Alright, yeah, we're gonna need some covers. We can get these covers real quick. That's not gonna take too long. And then once we get the covers on, man, the motor compartment at least is taken care of because the exhaust and all that will be, you know, ready to go. Which is kind of nice to have it at least semi-finished, I guess. The hull was pretty much going to be finished at that point. You know, excluding the putting the tracks and all that stuff together. But at least the majority of it will be together. Alright, there goes that cover. Alright, gotta zoom in on here a little bit. Alright, not looking too bad. We just gotta get, you know, these last little remaining covers. Alright, most of the covers are on. Not looking too bad. Alrighty. I'd like to thank you all for watching, and I'll see you next time.